Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. All right, so today I want to talk about role identity. So I just got done watching Brian and Chris's video, and I loved it. They do really good work, by the way. I do encourage as many people to go check it out as possible. They're always doing a really, really good job over there at Work to Game. It really is amazing. So, but today I want to talk about role identity and why it's important to me. I came into Final Fantasy 14 in just a few months ago, and I'm enjoying the game. But there are a couple of concerns as a previous MMO player to other games, and not to say that Final Fantasy 14 should emulate other games. So first and foremost, I'm not saying that should be the case. But role identity is kind of important. It really is important when it comes to understanding what's my job. Am I a healer? Am I a tank? Why is this all important? Very, very good questions. And this is, I could have swore this was where I needed to go. Okay, Paladin. That's right, the Paladin. This was the Gladiator. Now I got to go to the Paladin. Ugh, trying to find it. Did it get sweat? Let me see here. We'll do it. We'll figure it out. Anyways, like right now I'm on my Paladin. And ideally my Paladin's supposed to be a tank, right? That's what my Paladin is supposed to be. He's not supposed to be um, this little, oh, well, it's okay. You don't need to worry about, tanking. Your job is this. And it's like, okay, that's interesting. Um, Back to Odal's hustling strips. So I need to go to Odal's hustling strips. Funny thing is, I don't see it. Still don't see it on the map. We'll find it. I'd have to look it up. Too many things to do. But anyway, so a lot of people want um, them to basically they want to tank to DPS, they want the healer to DPS, and it's like, I get it, you're bored, whatever, but that's not the job of a tank. That's not the job of a healer. That really that isn't their job. Their job is to, well, I hate to say this, tank. Their job is to heal. And if they don't have that, lined out, well, we kind of have some other little problems that's going to be popping up. Um, Let me look this up really quick. I'm trying to. Okay. Could it be near the. There it is. Location Aldal Steps. Aldal Steps of Thale. Okay. Oh, that's why. We'll get there. But anyways, so and I apologize. I just don't like being a tank and being like you have to switch your stance to DPS once you have aggro. Well, there's a problem with that. See, the problem of it is the stances in this game, like the tank stance, helps you tanking, right? It was actually designed, and I hate to say this, it was designed so you could hold aggro, reduce damage. When you drop out of that, yeah, you're going into an offense that deals more DPS, but unfortunately, a lot of your aggro-based abilities are going out the door. I cannot find this dude. He hands you a strange crystal, asks you to give it to Captain Jennings, report back to his station near the Royal. So it's got to be up by the Royal. It has to be. Too many layers here. Go to the Chamber of Rule. Maybe it's near there, I think. Yep. So I got to do 2 quest lines. Now, speaking of, I'll be getting this stance. A lot of reading. Okay. Go to Limsa. But, I don't know, man. I honestly think that a lot of people are they're panicked because they're like, I've never seen a game where the DPS has been in such, like they're worried. Like, the DPS check should be based on DPS, not on healer damage, not on tank damage. That shouldn't be anything that the determining factor on DPS checks. And I feel like the problem of it is the DPS is too dependent, and I will say that they're too dependent on tanks and healers to contribute to their DPS check. And that tells me a lot of problems. It's like, why is DPS dependent on tanks DPSing? Why? That to me makes no sense. Like, no, it's no wonder, like, I go into a dungeon and I see a squishy tank because they drop their tank stance, or they lose aggro, and now you spend all this time, having to, deal with that. There's a lot of problems associated. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Well, that would be why. I'm in the wrong place. Wrong quest. It's fine. We'll get through all of this. I think Shadowbringers is going to be good. They still have their DPS abilities. Like, there are abilities, like, healers still have some DPS. Tanks have the ability to drop their, like, an MT. They're going to be able to do that, except just the modifiers are slightly different. And I'll have to take a look at, like, threat generation, but I guarantee you probably if you're in the stance, you're going to be able to generate threat So I don't see that changing. Um, and so long as tanks can hold aggro and mitigate damage, that's their role. Their role is to generate aggro and to hold. Nothing else matters as a tank. And I know that sounds kind of fucked up, but that to me is where if I'm DPSing, I don't want that boss head turning on me. Ever. It's something I never want to see happen. Let me open up this. Yeah, there's the path. I was about to say there should be a little path that kind of curls around. There it is. Alright. Is that going to aggro? Alright. Yeah, so, like I said, job identity, role identity is important to me. I don't want, if I'm a tank, I want to tank. If I want to heal, I want to heal. If I want to DPS, I should be playing DPS. I shouldn't be like, oh my god, I'm a healer. My main job's the DPS. What part of that makes sense? What part of that makes any goddamn sense? Excuse my French. What part? What part of it makes any sense? None. Zero. Like, I should be challenged as a healer to keep up my healing and my resource management. As a tank, I should be, concerned with maintaining aggro. I should keep all threat generated on myself. There's no excuse not to be able to play my respective role. It's just to me that if when players do that, sure, in this game, you can throw out some extra DPS, but if you lose that identity of your role, not the job, but of the role, then you're putting your team at risk. And that's not really cool. So it's like, don't try to be something that you're not meant to be. If you're meant to be a tank, then why wouldn't you want to be a tank? If you're meant to be a healer, why wouldn't you want to heal? I've just always said like that. These type of things make very little sense to me, man. Cover. So I'm trying to get this cover. That's the one I want. Then I can go in here and And I feel like the new system is supposed to complement that. The new quest system, you know, the job quest system, I think it was really honestly supposed to complement that, to say, hey, you know what, we had DPS in here so you guys could do the MSQ, you know, in any role and be pretty successful. So didn't stop the progression of those roles. Your role didn't stop your progression. But now that has to change based on the role that you're playing, because it should be more dependent. If you're DPSing, you should have more DPS type approach. If you're healing, you should have more healing approach. If you're tanking, you should have more tanking approach in your story progression. Not to say you can't switch, because in this game you can. That's what's nice. You don't have to replay the content. But I am honestly, anytime I go in a dungeon as a DPS, I'm always scared of two things: my healer and my tank. I am, like yesterday, I was in a raid and I was pulling threat as a DPS. I have no abilities that generate, you know, my immunity. I have none. So why am I, you know, if no abilities generating enmity, then what is? Well, that's simple. It's my friggin' DPS. My DPS is higher than the tanks, and it's supposed to be. So if I'm generating enough DPS to pull threat, well, we have a problem here, because that means you're not in your stance to generate additional threat. And that's a huge problem. All right. Here we go. But like from PvE, like I've raided multiple games. Multiple games. Rift, World of Warcraft, EverQuest, EverQuest 2. And tanks are very much like, if something's split on a tank, even for a second, even for a split second in any of those raids, you could see wipes just happening. In this game, if a tank drops, and that healer's not quick on that res, it's bad. And it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Your tank is supposed to be your anchor. And it's like, but here it's like, oh, you know, time to throw on my DPS stance, and it's like, what? What are you doing? You're really going to risk that for a little extra DPS that really is insignificant to the check, because the check's been calculated to the DPS? What? Why? Why? Or healers not letting the healer like get down to 20-30% before they throw a heal. Oh, I got this. And then all of a sudden they miss something and you're dead. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? And that scares players. That scares me. I don't want to die. I don't want to have to do this shit over and over. I want to get in. I want to get out. All right. So now we have the cover. Take all damage intended for another party member. Cool. We have our ultimatum. I wonder if I put that in my macro yet. Which it will be kind of changing anyways. Bum, 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 bum. These are under shared. No. But I'm going to be putting it in here. All right. Heart flash. Okay, cool. And I think I'm going to drop this down here. And I want my shield stances, tempered will, over up here. Move that over here. That's already set in. All right. Looks good. Okay. Good. All right. Continuing. I'm going to keep the stone vigil. I like tanking in this game. My point of it is I like tanking. I like healing. I don't want to be... If I throw an extra little DPS, that's going to be cool. But I don't want to lose my identity. I don't want to lose my identity. I want to be a tank. Okay? I don't want to be a DPS, a tank, or a DPS as a tank. I want to be DPSing as a tank. I don't want to be DPSing as a healer. I don't want that to be, like, I feel like that's some of the issues. Like, and I honestly think, like, long term, it does make sense what they're doing. Like, you don't want to homogenize everything. So how each tank performs is going to be crucial. How each healer performs is going to be crucial. I honestly think that is, something that is much needed. But I don't think that the like any player that is going to be hardcore or consider themselves hardcore shouldn't really, you know, be banked on like, oh well, what are we going to do because the DPS is down on tanks or healers? It's like, well, you're like it's been stated that your checks were never dependent on that. So why are you complaining? Come on. Perfect. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, eat my food booth. Yep, wrong way. I want to put on my oath too. I never thought it would drop, but I guess it does. That's what's nice about having an interrupt, but I haven't turned it on yet. I do my job. Gotta be careful on some of these poles. You get lost around a corner and the healer can't see you, you're pretty much dead. Ain't the healer's fault either, I can tell you that. Hmm. See, I don't ever lose aggro, ever. Once I get it, it's my. I'm not even AOE. I'm just rotating through single target, so I don't have to drop that. This is why I macro too. The way I've got everything set up in mine, very controllable. When you have good tanks, you shouldn't have to sweat so much. It's another thing, man. Good shit. Did we miss something? Oh no, it's got to go down or up this way. Yeah. Please do not DPS till I set. fine. We got it now. Actually, I should have went the other way on that macro. Nice. Pass. Need. Oh yeah. Hey Deeps, how's it going over there? Boy, you just make my life a little bit more hectic. Always the red mages. I'm gonna switch that one setup after this. Bingo, baby. That's right. Turn to daddy. Who's the man? Who's the man? What I'm gonna do, protect my healer. Bastard. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Out. Wait for it. Now. I knew that was going to come. 1 second. All right. Loot. Oh, no. Sorry, I had to take that phone call. It's my oldest daughter. Yo, Chrissy, what's up? Do you play SOTOR or used to? I never liked SOTOR because I came from SWG. I played SWG and I could not get into SOTOR because, I mean, I thought the storyline was good. I thought there was a lot of, like, it played like a single play, like kind of like this game where it was story driven. It had single player. The combat was good. Um, Voice acting was amazing. But when you go from like SWG to SOTOR, you can't get into SOTOR because you're used to like open world and intense PvP battles and base blowing and being able to fly and do all that shit. So craziness. That's why I couldn't never get into it. Blue Dragon. Oh, nice. New card. Yeah, baby. Okay, so I need one more of these and I can get another mount. Hey. So I'm going to queue up the same one because a lot of people be like, well, we can queue this one because I got to get these irregular tombstones. I can do the Sunken Temple too, but I'm going to get more XP doing Stone Vigil again. Just farming. I used to play SOTOR. I have it on my PC. I pre-ordered it because it was BioWare. It was like, I mean, it's BioWare. I had to have it just because, but when I played it, I was like, I was all disgruntled. I'm like, I lost SWG to this. I lost my SWG to this. Not a happy camper. There's a remade version of SWG Emu. Yep. I never played Legends, but I played Emu. I have Emu. I actually have it. I do have Emu. I just don't play it anymore because it did take me a long, like, when I lost SWG, it really hit hard. And I do give it up to the Emu team. They did a great job. At first, it was like, it was pretty rocky, but they came a long way, and it looks great. There's like thousands of players playing Emu to this day, and it looks good. I mean, it takes you back. I was definitely, like I said, of course, I was Imperial. So, all day, every day, I was an Imperial. I had, like, nothing could, like, mess with my, Imperial friggin' presence, man. Got it. That's why. I keep forgetting I have to reapply my shield in here. See what happens when you don't have your shield on? This is important shit. Increases indemnity. I'm like, no, yeah, no wonder. I can't believe I just pulled that around the wall. No! blow them all, man. Look at this threat, man. These monsters are like, do not go off the tank. See, this is why I have faith in the team over there at Square Enix. They know what they're doing. They're like, you know what? Tanks should be tanking, not DPSing. I agree. Healers should be healing, not DPSing. I totally agree. I totally agree with these concepts. I don't want my healer DPSing. I don't want my tank. If my tank's got a DPS to pull aggro, I get that. But I don't want to see his fucking... If I could be using a parser on stream without getting like all like people butthurt about shit, believe you and me, I would be showing a lot more fucking details. Hell, even if I just had a fucking, you know, not even if I didn't have to have a parser, even if I had to have like what Elder Scrolls has, fucking just a calculator. Fuck it, give me that shit. Look at this shit, man. I'm telling you. I know what I'm doing. I love the macros in SWG too, man. Ah, you could get some really cool shit off. I hated fucking Mind Blast though from fucking Rifleman was bullshit with headshots. To this day, I was so pissed. I was like, man, how can you fucking... You ain't even got a chance. When I finally unlocked my Jedi... Because by the time the NG came out and all of that, I was, and Mustafar, I was an Elder Jedi. And during my Padawan training in SWG, you know, I was on a grind team and I was pulling aggro. And then next thing you know, my friend... who was a bounty hunter, took my bounty, let me take, and mind you, he's Imperial, so that shit doesn't matter when you're hunting Jedi. This motherfucker waits for me to grab all this aggro and commences to start beginning to shoot me while I have a ton of mobs on me. I had no defense whatsoever. What the fuck? Did you see that? Oh my god. DPSing.
Oh, stop it!
Fuck your DPSing shit. That's why, see, I told you guys. I'm scared of two things as a DPS. A healer and a fucking tank. I'm still scared. God, son of a bitch. You know how I know he's DPSing? Look. How you know. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. I noticed you got a lot of dislikes on this stream, and I'm the only viewer at the moment. Is somebody botting you? Yeah. Yeah. No, 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 no. You're right. They are. I got ESO bots. I have these people. Bounty hunters can be douchebags and emu too. Yeah. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, Chrissy. Oh my God, yes. But made you respect the class. But it was my friend who did it. My real life dude. He was like, dude, you were worth 1,000,000 credits. I'm like, oh my God, dude. You set me back. You set me back like a whole fucking day and a half of grinding. Because you didn't want to die. You lost XP, especially in Jedi. You were like, oh no. Oh no. Grinding out Jedi was no joke, man. What am I targeting? Yeah, I got a couple ESO botters. They're completely fucking butthurt. They're the trolls that would troll me anyways. That's why I don't get. It's like, you know, you won. I'm not playing Elder Scrolls. You can leave me alone now, but they won't. They're pathetic, actually. The one dude actually really sucks. I think that's why he's always butthurt. Used to rag on him pretty hard. You come in and troll and I make fun of him. Ouch, that sucks. Yeah, it does. It's not bad. I don't care. Like I said, most of the time I never did this to become popular. It was just like, you know, I'm playing. You know, at the time Elder Scrolls community was completely fucked. Like, honestly, it drove me nuts watching Elder Scroll players. I'm like, what the fuck are these dudes doing? They're stacking fucking their CP system. And it would drive me bonkers. It was like going in OCD mode. Oh shit. I'm dead. I'm dead. This healer better be working overtime for me. I knew it. Fucking people. I don't feel like my shield stance should drop either when I die. Or I should be able to reactivate it. Like I'm trying to hit it to get it reactivated. Nice fucking pull, dude. One second. What's up? Alright, sorry about that. I had to take that. Sweet. There we go. Got him. Somebody limit break him? Limit break. Fuck it, I'll do it. I shouldn't have to limit break. Just hit the limit break. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's not too eh. Excuse me. We're fucked. I knew it. As soon as that healer... Dude, you better be healing me like a mo. Oh yeah, baby. Ugh. Good. Ugh. I run Tarakasi. Oh yeah, TK on one of my tunes, and I would grind mob after mob, and then a bounty hunter, which I think hybrid another class. He slaughtered me. We had a lightning ability. Wasn't sure if it was a weapon or he hybrid Jedi. You can't hybrid on a Jedi. That's the only job or only class you can't. That healer is right. Once he should be paying attention to your health. Right. That's why I like some of the changes that they're going to be implementing. I want, job identity, man, in this game. But yeah, no, TK was the shit. Did you run TK Fencer? That was really popular back in the day. TK Fencers could keep up with Jedi in a lot of melee fights. You don't have to like keep me full at all times. Just put me in, get the shield on me. Heal me up, put a shield on me. Throw your dots or whatever you want to do. Please do not drop my healer. But you better start healing. Heal everybody. AoE heals, man. Just limit break. Why is it the DPS limit breaking? There it is. Put this bitch to bed. Here we go. Nice. Oh. Pass. I only got into it on Emu. My friend told me about it, so I decided to try it. Yeah, oh my god, man. Like, have you got into base blowing yet? Like, base blowing's the shit. Base blowing is phenomenal. It is like, I used to love to go base blowing. When you go on your first like base blows, it changes your life. Your PvP game changes tremendously. All right. I don't want the Drake. I think it's the Epst one I want first. Let me check. All right, we'll find out. Now, that isn't the one I want. It's either the Aethon or the Boraz. Yeah, it's definitely the Aethon. Give it to me. Yay. Not yet, still learning. Anyways, I have to run some errands now. Take care. Definitely, Chrissy. Stopping at any time. I have got to get in my stream too. I'm just going to check out this mount really quick because I just got it. So I'm pretty pumped up about it. And I'm not doing too shabby, you know, on this. I mean, 46, almost 50 on this tune. On this one. All right. There it is. My new mount. That's not supposed to go there. Now I'm going to have to fix that later. Bummer. Cool. Could have put a saddle on it. some rains and stuff, but oh well. I like the fire animation. All right. Anyways, I got to end the stream too. I got to get going. But I want to thank everybody once again. Do I think it's going to be like, a bad thing with all these upcoming changes? I actually don't. I think it's much needed in many ways. So I'm actually happy that a lot of these things are coming to fruition. And I think a lot of players are going to adjust. Tanks and healers will adjust, you know. But yeah, definitely. It'll be fine. A lot of things will be fine. But yeah, well, 420 seconds renders you impervious to most attacks. It's good to know. 5-second recast. Sheltron. Oh. Alright. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting up there. I'm just gonna. I probably will hit 70 on this tune. The White Mage, my main goal, and I keep trying to say this, my main goal is White Mage, Dragoon 70 before Shadowbringers launch. Crafting at least in the early 60s. I've got to get on that. And I'll still probably hit Paladin with 70. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll have around 11 jobs, possibly 12. At least 11 to 12 jobs up to 70 with Shadowbringer launch. I won't have everything, but it just started in January. I'm doing pretty decent. I'm pacing myself pretty decent. Plus, I have real life. I got things to do. That's why I got to get going. But once again, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. Thank you guys for watching. And once again, and always, thank you, Chrissy, for stopping in. Also, and have a nice day.